you know what's going on here, right? Let's break this down for you on what's really going on with the divorce of the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler, because what you just saw over the last couple of days with Shams Charania reporting that Jimmy Butler and the Heat would be interested in moving him. What you did there was basically the husband or the wife going to their spouse and saying, listen, it's been a great run. We've had a terrific relationship, but I just don't feel I'm in love with you anymore. And I want a divorce. Now, it hasn't gotten to the rage of hate, I want a divorce type, but it's gotten to the point where it's kind of a, hey, this is it. I want out. I'm not happy. Not really like, the most comfortable situation, but basically the spouse has said, I want a divorce. And so here's what's going on now. Jimmy Butler has just forced the hand of the Miami Heat, is what he's done, because he's basically already said he's going to opt out. So he cut the Heat's their knees from under them, because whoever you're going to trade him to, you're only going to trade him as a rent-a-player for a couple of months, because he's already forewarned wherever he's going, I'm not staying there for long. I will opt out and then decide where I want to go. Okay? Then Shams put out the teams, which the Heat doesn't do that stuff. That comes all from the agent, because the Heat is not going to put out a story and put out the teams they're talking to. We're talking about the Heat, who doesn't talk about this stuff. So this is all Butler and his agent created. They have publicly now stated they want a divorce. And then Spo handled it the way they normally handle it. They wanted to push it aside and use the whole Tyler thing for the last 3 years. Oh, he's been in rumors, and look, he's still here. Okay? So in the end, the Heat is trying to get back some leverage in all of this, but they're going to fail, because if Butler wants to opt out, then he opts out, and you can't get much for him. It is what it is. You should have traded him 2 years ago. But if you're a Heat fan, this is the way I'm thinking. Thank God. Thank God. You mean you're not going to be stuck with him for another year? That's fantastic. You mean $4 million or whatever the number is, whatever I'm off by, more or less by a couple million. So you're going to tell me next year 54 million, 50, 60 million is off the books? Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. And if you can only trade him at the deadline for a little bit, for a one pick or something, then whatever, dude. I don't care. You screwed up. And this is in hindsight on this show. See, no writer in town. No, I'm pretty sure no radio host in town. No one in the media had the balls that I have, because mostly nobody in the media has my balls, to say trade Butler 2 years ago. So I'm on the mountain alone, which, I'm used to being on that mountain all by myself. But hey, this is the way I look at it. Since I'm not talking from hindsight. I warned everybody. I told you. And hey, you want to do whatever you want to do, you go ahead. It's worked for you for 25 years. You don't realize that the way you go about business doesn't work anymore, but that's all right. Whatever. That's fine. I'm glad this comes to an end. One way or the other. The Heat either trade him at the deadline, or he plays to the end of the year and he's gone. And guess what happens now, Sean Stanley? Guess what happened when he served divorce papers when Shams Charania served the divorce papers? Guess what he also did? He also told the Heat, oh, by the way, I'm preserving myself from here on out to the end of the season. Since I'm going to be a free agent, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be as healthy as possible for whoever is my next team because I have moved on. I need to go find a new woman. You're not good enough anymore for me. I need to go find a new man. You don't serve your purpose anymore. That's what the spouse has said here. Man or woman, however you want to look at it. I don't care. So Jimmy Butler now has gone into protective mode. He will now protect himself from here to the end of the season. He will not sacrifice. So, Pat Riley said, oh, you got to play set. And they already came to a head here on the Jimmy Butler side. Yeah, we're not playing that. And he's already missed some games. He's already missed 25% of the games that have been played. Yeah, you have been told already now. This has just all been laid out now. This is a divorce that will happen by this trade deadline, or it will happen after game 82 and whatever level of sorriness and playoffs they actually sneak into, because this is not a good team. We've played, we've had a good week. We've won 3 in a row. Like, give me a break, dude. This is a long season, and you're not a good team overall. I'll look at the 20-something games you've played, not the 3 games you've played. Okay? I mean, this is all, it's all a word salad that's going on. But I'm here to kind of read through the BS and tell you exactly what's going on. Jimmy Butler served divorce papers. Sham Charania was the guy that was working for the law office to go serve the divorce papers. He found Pat Riley at a restaurant, and he said, Mr. Riley, oh, yes, here, these are for you. Divorce papers have been served. The lawyers for the spouse have told you, yeah, no, we're out of here, and we're going to move to our sister's house in Houston, our brother's house in Dallas, or we'll go to our cousin's house in San Francisco, but I'm leaving you. That's it. So now, if you expected all-out Butler, you're not getting it anymore. All-out Butler has decided to opt out of 50. You looked it up, didn't you? 52, you bastard. I knew you're so good. Butler has opted out of $52 million. So if you're going to opt out of $52 million, you need to guarantee you're healthy to collect that year and another year and another year that you want to sucker somebody else from. I don't know who, but you're going to try to do that because you're going to get way more than $52 million for 3 years. Mathematics, even if he can't play it. And so now he'll keep everybody in the dark about playoff champ. Oh, no, he's just pacing himself again. He's just, no. Oh, no, that was flukish last year that he got injured. Yeah, no, Jimmy, no, we're ready to play for you, team, whatever. We're just, saving ourselves now. Where he's moving the con job from Miami to wherever he goes. Because he can't expose himself now. If he goes all out, like I've been telling you now for the last year and a half or two, if he goes all out, his body will break down. And then nobody will give him money. So now the gamble is, okay, I'll pace myself. I can do that. I know how to take days off. I know how to go to Art Basel or a tennis tournament and not go to games. So I'm an expert at that. I know how to go find coffee beans and ride horses and not go to games. I can do that for a few more games on these guys. This is exactly what has happened and what will develop, what will happen. This is what the crystal ball tells me. Okay? It is over. Divorce papers have been served. Jimmy has decided what he's going to do, and the plan is moving forward, and he's going to be with somebody in the next couple of weeks or next year. One of the two. I don't know what it is. By the deadline in, what is it, February? What is it, March?
June 29th,
No,
2025
no,
is the player option deadline.
No, the trading deadline.
Oh, the trading deadline. I don't know. and looked
It's like
up.
in March.
No, because
February.
I
something,
wanted to
or
ask
something.
you a question too, but
No, go ahead.
because if he's got the option deadline till June 29th, 2025,
Right.
he doesn't get the money that he thinks he's going to get. He just opts back in with the Heat, right? He
No,
gets
no, no.
$52 million?
No, he can't. No, because that window is right before the moratorium, and so then he gets into the moratorium, and then he'll find out his. Like I told you, he'll get a multi-year deal for more than $52 million, so he'll get more money long term. He may not get $55 million next year from somebody. He might get $35 million from somebody, but he might get 35, and 20, 90. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's trying to sucker.
No, I know
somebody.
that's what he's trying to do, but if it doesn't happen, he could just option back in with the Heat, right?
No. He's going to opt out.
Okay.
In order,
no matter what,
he has to opt out in order to test free agency, because it would be he would be tampering himself by.
You know what? You're right. Right.
He can't do that.
I forgot about the.
You understand?
Yeah.
So he has to opt out.
So we'll know before that June 29th.
Oh my God! Yes.
Disregard what I said for
by the way,
5 minutes.
Shams already got the message from his agent. Shams gave you the
I know the way
message
that
from
works.
his agent.
Just give
Hey,
the agent
guys,
and
if you
boom.
want to trade us now, we're accommodated. Move us to Houston, Dallas, or San Francisco. We're good. We'll go to Golden State. We're good. We'll go to Houston. We'll go to Dallas. We're good. But hey, we plan on opting out, and we plan on testing free agency. And by the way, just so if you do trade me to somewhere else, you guys know now I'm opting out. He told you everything he's going to do. That's it. Everything. He can deny it. They can dodge it. They can try to, whatever, circumvent it, all that. They can, whatever. The plan has been placed. I'm telling you exactly what the plan is. I'm telling you exactly how Jimmy Butler will handle the rest of the season. If there's just a little tweak in his body. Oh, yeah. Nah, I don't want to play. That's exactly what has happened. So Miami has to make some kind of a move by the deadline if they can. And they're going to have to trade him with the thought that they're only getting a rent-a-player. So trade him somewhere where he's not going to sign long-term. But if you trade him somewhere where he's going to sign long-term and you didn't get his value, and he re-signs, then you didn't maximize that trade. So don't be the nicest spouse in the world in divorce proceedings, is my point. Because you have lost everything now. He's got all the leverage. And you've got very little to none. And they're trying to grab some, and it's not going to happen.
This is the